năm chàng trai một cô gái, yeah.
Holy
Có tay ở
crap.
tay phải và nghề tay trái, yeah. Hiền lành dễ thương, ga lăng và có tại, yeah. Nhưng em phải đoán xem anh là ai đấy. Tình yêu sẽ đến như là thất thần thôi. Đó là chân thành tự nhiên sẽ thành ghép đôi.
All
Yeah.
right, all right. Okay, since you're gonna do that, look, I'll give you a little verse of a song I've always known. Oye, princesa, yo soy tu príncipe, el grosero. Los bochincheros que se compren un babero. Móntate aquí en mi velero y vamos a enchufar al mundo entero. All right,
Nice.
that's a nice way to start a podcast. Bring it up with
Yeah.
energy, singing,
That's
rapping,
that's
freestyling.
yeah, that's probably the best way to warm up. Shake it up on the noise and on the bad feelings or burdens, whatever of anyone has, like me and you.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you just have to scream. Like people need to scream. People need to get the energy out.
Yeah, they. I mean, more precise to get some kind of source of positive energy and automatically, I think not really a whole transformation, but going to be a really significant transformation from being kind of neutral or worse is negative to positive, right? Yeah, that's why you need to listen to music whenever you feel sad, and it depends on the purpose. You actually, it's purpose is to amplify. It's like a wonderful tool in the podcast. You need amplification, right? You need something to kind of boost that mood to that level.
But like
Right.
if you're sad and you listen to
Yeah.
sad music,
Yeah,
what
it makes
happens
you
then?
sad,
So
and
you
that's
just
good.
you just become more sad or what?
Yeah, exactly. You become that song is just gonna amplifying your sadness to
Okay, so
kind of higher level.
you're saying like a song helps you like express those emotions.
Yeah, amplifying those emotions.
Okay.
And as soon as you get it larger and stronger, then it's gonna basically. I think we just talked in the pre-show about the physical attachment or non-physical attachment as sympathy, empathy. So I think it's empathy, right? It's gonna give you empathy, right? Maybe sympathy.
No, Latino music, they always talk about being heartbroken. Like
Really?
Latino pop is always like very
No,
romantic.
man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I'm being exposed as an outsider to a lot of disco and like Shakira or J Lo, Jennifer Lopez. Those songs, it's just so upbeat. You know the word upbeat, right? It's just like
Yeah, for sure.
like dancing a lot.
It's like pop. Pop usually is upbeat.
Yeah. So tell me more about heartbroken and the sadness, because honestly, I once loved to listen to those songs that kind of have the same feeling like in Vietnamese or Asian song, like
It's
everyone
like
right now
every
loving.
song, every song
yeah.
we write is about women. Like,
Okay.
have you ever
Makes
heard
sense.
of Romeo Santos or Enrique Iglesias, Ricardo Arjona?
Yeah,
All their
the
songs
second
are
guy,
about
man,
love.
so famous.
And let's say you're going through like a heartbreak because you broke up, and then you go and listen to the songs of these people, and you're like, wow, this guy really gets me because the lyrics make sense to you. And I guess
Yeah.
in that way you're like, wow, I'm not alone. Other people feel this, and this song makes me feel better.
It's like you're getting some sort of kind of a cold or flu. It's assimilate into your skin and get into your body, and yeah, that's kind of a level of infection. That song, some stands give you that unexplainable infection. Truly, gonna give you that amplification of emotion.
How much
So
music?
I'm glad that I experienced it lately, because it helped me. because the past I trying to not to get too deep of feeling sad because like I have a few occasions that I have a feeling of nearly devastation, but devastation is crazy because you don't want to get there. That it just kind of prevent me from reaching to that level of feeling more on the recent past, right? But I think if you have devastation moment in once in a while, like once in a few years, and you have some other people around you that can help you, then it's good. And I think I would advise. I would not like advise, but I would understand and you know let it be, not like trying to stop it.
Yeah, I think people should know that those are our experiences that they're gonna have at some point in their life. And you learn a
Yeah,
lot. Like, someone that has never gone through a breakup, you don't know that pain that you can feel because you don't have that special person anymore. And you grow up a lot by going through that pain.
yeah, man, and that's a very, I would say, a great transition, and I think I would be a very confident person to spread more light and kind of rebalance that thought of breakup is it's a sad thing. Yeah, it's a sad thing, but there's a nuance, a subtle difference when you can tap into it, and it actually gives you a very valuable lesson that you cannot pay. As rich as Jeff Bezos cannot pay for it. You cannot buy it. Sorry. Yeah, it's a non-monetary value. I don't know. I just recently have that word. There's a lot of things non-monetary value, and I think Jeff Bezos is actually is. I would just keep talking about him is because he's a publicly richest guy, so it's easy to have the reference. Right? But there's a lot of these. Um,
Even he would get
well,
heartbroken. It doesn't matter how much money he has. Even he would get heartbroken.
yeah, he actually has, I think, recently a new relationship.
Mm.
Yeah, but I don't want us to be like paparazzi and people talking about
Oh, why not?
other people loves relationship and shit. And yeah, even we haven't had a settlement, like I haven't settled down myself yet to try to express it. Even though I would say um, yeah.
Wait, I actually just looked it up. So Jeff Bezos, after 25 years of marriage, they got a divorce. Imagine being together with someone for so long, 25 years, and then you get a divorce.
Yeah, there has to be a change in between. There has to be, like, a kid cannot see it, but a young teenager, definitely a young adult, can see the basic, uh, the ending. Like, it has to be something in between, and it's gonna, on a straight line, um, decrease the level of what is that attachment between them, or increasing the feeling of being separate, right? Yeah, it's any like you can look at two sides, and it's very easy to express. Like I mean, it's there's a lot of options to express um, ongoing relationship status in many cases, in many ways.
Well, since we're talking about being heartbroken, how do you get over someone? What can we tell
Man,
people that can
you
help?
caught me off guard, man.
I
Why
mean,
don't you say it first, man?
I got some stuff. Maybe when I start mentioning some things, they will start making sense in your head. So a very
Yeah,
straightforward one is that you gotta go meet other girls. That's like one of the fastest ways in which you can fix a broken heart. You're sad that your girlfriend from like for me it was like 2 3 years just broke apart. Never talk to her again. What's the best way to get over
damn.
that? You go meet other girls. You go remind yourself that there's a lot of fish in the sea. Isn't that true? There's a lot of fish in the sea,
Yes.
and we get so attached. And the thing is that people get attached to sometimes they get attached to like bad relationships, like toxic
Yeah.
relationships, and people gotta like realize if your
Yeah, I
relationship.
already have a lot of ongoing sympathy like that. Like not specific, just recently detailed, but the whole process of what you just say in that experience. So let's just finalize by saying this
All right.
to audience, to basically lady and gentlemen, me and Rafael, very experienced person in this matter, in relationship and
Wait, you said
subject matter of love.
we are experienced?
No, experience, like knowledgeable, and
Well, to a certain extent. I've
yes,
I've I've gone,
but I'm confident, right? I'm confident and I can help anyone,
oh,
you
for
know,
sure.
yeah, like, to, make the best decision, right?
Well,
So
no,
the
but
best
this.
decision is not always like stay within that relationship, but the best decision is the one that morally correct, and yeah, I think that's the most important thing. It has to be moral, right?
Mm.
It's not do fucked up cheating. I think it's just that person is not reaching to the point of control. And make no mistake, I'm not like perfect. I still have to. You too. Anyone always had that temptation.
What
To
do you
not
think?
do that, you have to find the best one. Yeah, I say no more. I'm just gonna
No, 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 no. Hold on.
leave it
But
simple
I
like
wanna
that.
I wanna know a little bit more. Like, what do you think about leading on?
What? Say
Leading
the
somebody
word.
on.
Leaning somebody on. Okay.
Leading. You know what I mean by that? By
Oh,
leading them
leading.
on.
Yeah, leading. Yes, I know. It's a standard. It's much more than a standard. It's like unexplainable, man. It's a myth, but it's actually a reality. So it's more like the human being standard. Yes, just make it simple like that.
Hold on. Wait, no, no. Okay.
Human.
What I mean by
What?
leading on, what I mean by leading on is when let's say you meet a girl, right? But you
Yeah.
know that you don't like her enough to have a relationship with her. But you still choose to flirt with her. That's leading her on. Because you choose to like let her catch feelings for you even though you got no plans to be in a relationship with her. So that,
Yeah,
that that's not moral, but people do it a lot.
that's just weird.
That's
That
just
just
weird.
show. Yeah, that just show. Yeah, I think I may have a totally different reaction. Like I think 100% opposite, as not feeling too weird, and now maybe after a short amount of time, I think I'm confident at that level of time because I can feel it. I can feel. Yeah, not a lot of people can reach to that transformation.
Hmm.
But back to that point, it's weird because it's not like I'm liking. I'm trying to make a case to like many girls, but I truly appreciate the woman, right? I mean, the woman here can be bisexual, right? Make no mistake.
Wait, what? What does that have to do?
Just hear me out, man.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah. So basically, whoever feminist, right? Not to two men, right? Not like us, but we change. I think we appreciate ourselves first, like me and you.
I'm so confused because you're just throwing out
No,
random
yeah,
words. You're
just
throwing
stick with me,
random
man.
words like
Yeah, stick with
bisexual
me.
or like
Yeah,
feminism. Those don't really have to do with each other.
yeah. Then hear me out, man. It's still,
Okay, explain
it's
yourself.
not even get to the main point yet. Yeah, that's kind of my thing. I just work through so many details to get to the position, man. Yeah, of the whole the whole thought process.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, whoever basically feminist, right? So woman heterogeneous, right? I mean, okay, shit.
No,
Yes,
no.
but
Okay,
not
so
the word.
you're saying like
The woman.
regardless of someone's
Yes.
like
Okay.
identity
I know.
or
I know
sexual
how to express it.
preferences.
I know how to express it. It just I just try to be too precise. Okay. So the woman and whoever feministic, right? They have a lot of emotional intelligence. That's a key. Yeah. So when it's punchline, I'm gonna make it simple. So they can feel exactly when someone have the feeling for them, and that is not the whole point. That is not the end. The ending is really depends on that person, right? That the person is the woman or the whoever had the whoever feminist and have the higher emotional intelligence. They have to kind of accept and accept after um, kind of saluting to like agree, like being convinced by all of those genuine um, feeling or expression of the person. And you guys just keep it as simple as floating, but it's not easy like that. It's not as just on the surface as floating, because when you talk to girls, the other guys would say, "Oh, you're floating." No, it's actually just trying to get to know and understand and see if she needs help. And the help essentially come most of the time indirect, like they not ask for help, but you can see it. You look at her, and I mean, her here is make no mistake can be a guy too, like LGBT, because I've learned a lot for this, and learn really fast. It's not like a year ago or anything. It's like recently, yeah. So as soon as you see someone in need of help and they are not too independent to help themselves out, and also with our family support, right? Family help, then we should step in, but with an increasing manner, right? It's not like, oh, straight up, you can help. I give you, $1,000, I don't know, or $1,000,000.
Wait, what? You're losing me. Like, what's the point? Why are we talking about money? And why are we talking about help? Like, why does the girl need help?
I just want to say the case, like the majority of the thing, because basically, help is maybe just me. I haven't get myself repaired too much to be precise. That's what I mean by help. Help is just a very, I think it's a very vague word as well. It's like I can do this. What does you mean by what do you do? Like it's a vague word, because help is can mean many things, right? And a very um, unexplainable way is you being confused, right? When you're confused, you don't know what you want to help, but you actually you need some person to help you, because you have to take a lead to kind of clear out their mind. And confusion here is not just basically I don't get this. No, it's actually confusion in emotion. Like a certain day you feel happy, and then the next day you feel sad, and then calm down a few hours later you meet something by accident and cheer you up. It's that confusion of emotion, and kind of weird too. Like there's no formula, there's no solid argument in the whole thing, because at the end of the day, that's how goes. Like or people with feminism. They
What,
like to
what do you
have the
mean
complicated. Yeah,
when you
they like
say
to have the different shape of emotion. That's it. Yeah, and that's the beauty too. Like you to be in order to success, you need that different shade of emotion. Yeah.
mm,
In order to be successful in more than just a regular success. Success here is also uh, moral and self. I mean, moral and oh man, I was thinking fame. Yes, as well. Because nowadays, man, moral. There's no. There's a lot of people who's really success, but they don't have moral success,
yeah.
and they just take things and just do it in one path, just straight path. Yeah.
What about like companies? Like I feel like a lot of companies are successful, but maybe they're not being moral. They just care about making the most money.
I mean, I can support or go against it. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. Uh, like there's some company, like this thing is actually more than just uh, popular. This is crazy because it's not easy to verify the information and kind of get other people understand where this company from, what is this company basically. Is I think most likely it's happened in the other country, not American country. The most of not American country, you
What do
know,
you mean American
they
country?
they live themselves.
Wait.
They live
What do you
their.
mean American country? Like,
I mean, not American company. Sorry.
oh, okay. I was so
Oh
confused.
man, I don't know why I just say some word, but thinking it's different word. Man.
I'm like American country. That doesn't make any sense.
Come on, why you stick with the detail, man?
No, what do you mean? You said American country, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I mean the company. So not American company. They live their soul, like their vision, their what is that? Their so-called mission, whatever. Right? Same shit.
Okay,
They
okay.
have to stick with the law.
You know how, like, let's just take Facebook for example. It's good
Okay.
people use it, but at the same time, it's an addiction that actually affects the self-esteem and mental health of a lot of people. Instagram, for example. On Instagram,
Yeah.
all the
Let's
popular
make a simple.
people. Hmm?
Let's make a simple. I mean, when I make a simple argument, it's very more precise than what it means. So Instagram is worse.
In
Simple.
what way?
In like this is an opinion, man. I would try and make the case, but there will be a lot of people who will counter against it. But basically, I feel Instagram doesn't have much of that level of genuine expression like Facebook. And you say Facebook still have flaws. I still have flaws. So that means Instagram is worse. Like Instagram's all about picture, and most likely the captivating picture is something has to be physically captivating.
Yeah, so that's why all the popular people are like beautiful looking people. People with six packs or people
Yeah,
with very slim bodies. So
Yeah, you can talk about girls too, man.
and
Most likely are girls.
and
Yeah.
the average person is not that good looking, but then a lot of young
Yeah,
people
talk about makeup, man. Yeah.
with
Handsome.
like confidence issues and self-esteem issues look at all these people and they're like, why don't I look like that? And then maybe they try going to the gym, but they don't have the time to dedicate themselves so much to get that body, and people just think they're inadequate just because they don't look like the models on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's like
Well,
social media and its effect on mental health. That's like a huge important topic that the people gotta talk about more.
yeah. Next up, in a future episode, we can link social media with mentality.
Though, why are you
Yeah.
jumping into the next episode? We're talking now. Like that's kind of what I was going with. Like
Okay, man.
social
Sorry.
media is bad in general because it gets us addicted to to our phones, right? Being addicted to our phones is also bad, just like any other addiction. It's like now we're like dependent on the phone. If we don't have, we cannot go to the bathroom without taking the phone. You get that, right? Like people cannot leave their phone. They panic if they cannot find their phone. Let's not even talk about not having internet. People wouldn't A lot of people wouldn't even be able to live without internet.
Yeah, I being a little bit hesitant because I also want to make the case for having a phone because it depends on the scenario, but very rare scenario would be the case to support uh, what you just say. Yeah,
So
like if your kids or your loved one or hypothetically your girlfriend or boyfriend are in trouble, right? And then at that moment when you go into the bathroom and they haven't reached out back and you're about to make a call, so you have to bring the phone.
mm,
There's no way else. But it's so rare. Yeah.
but it becomes an addiction, just like any other thing. The way
Yeah.
people are addicted to coffee, the way people are addicted to sugar, to drugs.
Sugar. Oh,
Yeah, sugar is addictive. Caffeine is addictive. This okay, so this bring. Remember how I told you something important happened to me today?
yeah. Go ahead. I would love to hear about it. What's happening? That I haven't
So
been able to check it. Yeah.
yeah, I've actually been waiting for this day for a very long time, for at least like 4 years,
Oh man,
and it's that,
that
and
makes dramatic.
it is very dramatic, and this makes it even worse because I'm like a Latino like family, um,
Yes.
and we have like a very negative bias towards this, and it's that today my dad found out I use weed.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry. Keep going, man. Can
Did
you hear
you
me?
did you hear that?
Yes. Not really. Just the last two words. I don't catch it.
Today my dad found out that I use weed.
Hello.
Hello,
Used to be
hello.
what? Yeah.
Oh my god, how many times am I gonna repeat it?
Sorry, man. It just used to be, and then I didn't hear anything.
All right, one more time. Today, my dad finally found out I use weed.
Oh, use weed. Sorry. Yeah.
So that's
So.
like a huge thing because in our country, that's illegal, and we
Oh, okay.
have like a very negative perception of
Wow.
of weed.
Yeah, I would say your country, by just that sentence, right? I don't know much other policy and ritual or custom. I mean, or culture value. But with just that, I think your country is very healthy in that sense. Not trying too many things. My country, I think, is kind of. I'm not sure. I need to check it, but I feel like that they also ban weed. But a lot of people in my country playing heroin. I mean, sorry, like not a lot, but like exist, heroin addicted, and cocaine and meth and stuff, and laughing balloon, all crazy.
Laughing balloon.
Yeah,
I mean, but there's a big difference amongst all those drugs, right?
and yeah, exactly. And make no mistake, if anyone who's like kind of in the thought, like audience listener, wants to check whether I tried before, yeah, I tried once. Yeah, it's just a tip, weed. I don't get anything from it. It
I
doesn't get into my effect. Yeah.
now for me, I actually get a lot from it. It just, to put it simply, it helps me concentrate, and that's huge. You know, the thing is that Hispanic people are not the type of people to go to a psychologist. You know, we don't believe in mental health.
Yeah.
So if you're in the US and you got like mental, like ADHD or OCD or other mental disorders, you go to a psychologist and you're gonna get prescribed. In college, students are known for using Adderall, right?
Yeah.
And
With public too.
that's like the
If
pharmaceutical
I know
drug
it in the
that people
yeah,
officially use.
sorry, just one like a kind of a wish in the past, right? It sounds fucked up, but if I have a chance to know arrow and what the hell it is, like maybe in the past in some crazy exam, definitely I would try it, and my dad and mom would also, in the sense of doesn't know it, would probably support maybe a few percentage of it,
Well,
like not 100%, but
your parents would
maybe
be okay with
yeah,
you.
70-60%, because Asian student are well known for having a tough time because this crazy exam, and not exam but multiple exam, so we jam into crazy stuff, and we don't have time, and even we don't have time, we have other habits, like and a lot like from the past, right? I knew a lot of very smart guy. um, I mean, smart is not like just generally smart, but at least like they smart in one field. Okay, so in my case, math, right? So they can just about the time, few days before the intense exam period, like crazy life-changing exam, like those entrance exam, right? So they can play video games and they can hang out with each other. You know what? That's basically my point. Even though it's crazy, they still want to satisfy their habit, satisfy with some recreational habit. And
Wait,
me
so
too. I want to play too, because you cannot study the whole time. That's the point. All life. And yeah, I think that's the key. Kind of a little detail to know whether someone is lying. They keep saying, "Oh, studying the whole time, too tired." They lie, man. You can't study the whole time.
wait, so you're saying your parents would be like 60% okay with it because you have an excuse, you have a reason, and it's
Yeah,
that
it's kind
studying
of
can be very tough, which it can be.
yeah.
Like
It's a little
colleges
workaround.
really squeeze out students.
Yeah, it's not college. It's the entrance to college, or crazy exam in high school.
I mean, for me, it was college, dude. College is the most
Okay.
work I've ever done in terms of school. My high school was
Oh,
pretty easy. Everything,
right.
to be honest, everything before college was pretty easy for me.
Wow,
But
that's pretty
that
good.
might be because I didn't go to the best schools, you know?
Yeah, or the country structure
That
different from
that too, yeah. Although,
China had toughest competition, man. Yeah. I don't know, like I don't experience it, but it's kind of well known. And South Korea too, and Vietnam is one of the case too.
hmm.
Yeah, and actually, I would at the end of the day can give a simple argument. It's it's, it's not good, basically. The way they structure it, it's not good. But we will talk about later. I mean, it's
Okay,
kind of
wait.
a high topic. Yeah.
I'm just very curious. Like you said, you've tried weed once. Would you ever tell your parents? Like, would you want to tell them?
No, of course, no. They would, do all kind of craziness to uh, to shut down my, like I don't know how to say, maybe get to know the whole thing, and it's that process is already time consuming. Yeah, and also the friends, and, start churching and crazy church, insane judgment would really bad. Yeah, you got my point. Yeah,
Hmm, I don't know. For me, it
it's
has
just
been so
basically
important.
really time consuming and crazy. Yeah.
It's funny. My dad's first reaction was like kind of bad, but not as bad as I expected. Like this
Oh,
actually went pretty well.
wow. So that's surprising, man.
Now he does know my mom would react in a more like worried way. Like she would go crazy. She would go ham, being like, "What the fuck are you doing? You know, it's a drug." Blah 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 blah. Blah. So his first impression was like, "Oh my god, so are you dependent on this? Like you're dependent." He used to smoke tobacco, right? He used to smoke cigarettes. So he was
So yeah,
like,
you have
uh,
to understand too, right? I mean, if I'm the son of your dad, then I would say, okay, if I play those shit, then I would know my dad's gonna take it very less serious because he also smoke.
I mean, but I gotta differentiate, right? Like right away, I told him nicotine is actually physically addictive, whereas weed is not addictive. Because
Oh yeah,
because the thing is that it's illegal. You know, cigarettes are not illegal, even though they're
yeah, it's
actually
crazy.
addictive, and then weed is illegal when it's not addictive and it's actually medicinal. Like it
Yeah,
makes no sense.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That is the key point in this world have to be fixed. It's simple as that.
And it's just like
I have. Mhm.
they need,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, and it's just like people need to be educated on that matter. Why is it that it's illegal in my country? Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
would say
pretty sure.
beyond education, I would think the system needs to be fixed.
Oh, for
Whoever in
sure.
charge of,
I mean,
yeah,
you saw the post I made the other day, right?
not
Where
sure, but check it. Yeah.
I'll remind you.
Oh
I'll
no,
remind
I
you.
blame Facebook. Yeah, I blame Facebook for notification. I don't know why I didn't get notification.
Hmm. But the
I
one
checked
where
Facebook recently, man. Yeah.
the one where I talked about how the government has used weed as an excuse to put black people or Latino people on prison in prison and to have a
Ah,
reason to
is that
deport them.
is that a few weeks ago? Not like the past few days, right?
Yeah, that was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, so maybe I saw it, but I didn't really remember.
So you know pharmaceutical companies
Yeah.
are the ones interested in keeping weed illegal because weed has many benefits, but the problem is that it's a plant. So if
Yeah.
it's legal, they
Uh-huh.
cannot make money out of it because people would just grow it. So it is capitalism that made the plant illegal just so that there are companies that can still make money.
Exactly. Wow. That's good process to go back to very like 15 minutes or 20 minutes ago
That's
from
not it's that's
topic about moral,
yeah,
yeah, moral
moral. There
success.
you go. That's what I was gonna say.
They don't have moral success.
And it sucks. That's why the system sucks, and that's why people need to get educated.
Yeah, when you have moral success, everyone will success. And when you just focus on the pure success, not involving the most, I think, transparent. I mean, transcending level of success, which is like moral, which is like the hardest thing, right?
Mm.
Then no one gonna feel success too. Like it's, I would say not as realistic as you. Like I would say, I was thinking too much of ideology, of philosophy.
Mm.
A guy like Steve Jobs, just inspired a lot of people. He already inspired me. Recently, I watched his speech. He dressed up like a homeless guy. Yeah, he got man. Yeah, or like a basic, very basic, like the guy who just come out of uh, of a nice sleep, sleep. Yeah, like very very poor clothing and short and short t-shirt.
Yeah, it's like being
Short,
minimalistic. Like
yeah, minimalistic. Yeah,
Mark Zuckerberg is the same way. He uses like the same clothing every single day.
yeah, but no, Zuckerberg's look nice. I mean, if you look to that video, I cannot search right now. I don't know if I can. I can do it within a minute, but I will try to describe it my best. Yeah, so he looked like that, and his face is already like a very old kind of about retiring guy, retired. Yeah, like he has a thick beard and very thin face. Like he's not so much weight. Like he's so dedicated to work, and he basically lost life balance, right? To focus on work and less focus on personal health stuff. Yeah. So, but basically, he gave a very simple speech and inspired a lot of people based on inspiration as well. Like, I think the key of this is we have to appreciate not too much of being non-original, because there's no way to kind of being truly inspired without finding few percent, like 0.1 or 0.1% of inspiration from others. It's like too crazy. Cannot be 100% clean of other inspiration, right? So he inspired from Nike. So Nike, he said that it's not about the motto of Nike in the whole what is that? The whole regime of success. Like the company, I think, as he said, then it's like 10 years, and now it's 20 years. So it's been successful maybe 30 years. I think I'm just guessing the math, guessing the number of years. But yeah, it's like basically very long, like Coca-Cola. Yeah. So they have the great models, and the model is very good morally, because Nike. So basically, start with Nike first. They have the model is basically made to give the best, or to honor. Yeah, that's the word I recall. Yeah, Steve Jobs say honor athlete, performer, basically. Yeah. So Steve Jobs is actually, get that true philosophical, morally correct inspiration to think of a new thing. So basically new model for us. New model at that time, right? It's not new right now, because it's already been for many years, like for more than 1.5 decades. So think different, basically, is model, right?
Think different.
And think different. And then he immediately back up with the series of good, of like a video collection with the own narration of spectacular, exceptional people. And basically, in detail, is he honored the people who crazy enough to stick with their own argument, despite many people trying to shatter, trying to go against it. Basically, that is the point. I don't remember the whole quote of him. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you know me, man. Everyone who know me first few years or even a few months know that I have a bad memory. Yeah, but that's the point. Think different is the two words that spark the whole thing.
I mean, Clark basically had the same one. It was challenge convention. It's the same thing.
Exactly. I would think about Clark a few minutes after I watched that show. I mean that YouTube clip. Yeah, because Clark has I think one of the most powerful model, but yeah, you have to back the talk, man. And I think give the mission to us, right? I think this podcast, it's not original, but we can make it as as original as possible. So there's so many things like ideas can go from here. The last time I said to you about doing the reaction for for that TV show, Vietnamese TV show,
Mm-hmm.
I recommend, and definitely we should do it.
Oh, we still gotta do that. Dude, that's on the list.
Yeah, and we can do rap as well with Spanish and Vietnamese, and based on the English chorus, right? Chorus or whatever, yeah. Like the main verse of the song. Yeah. So maybe
I would be
just go
down.
crazy stuff.
I would be
Keep
down
going
to try
crazy.
to learn the Vietnamese part.
Yeah, you know what? That show is actually encourage whoever come, like no matter what background. There's no Latino ever. There's white guy, kind of like half white, half Asian. Yeah, come to the show, and you know most of the people there can speak elementary English. Yeah, the MC speak English well.
Mm.
That MC, that host, the host of that show, you know, he's one of the kind person because he has a very high intelligence in psychology and I think human emotional intelligence. A lot of people say that he know how to speak well and he's clever, but I think I can logicalize those things. So that is a great transition because I think the key for everything that I reflect and I enjoy many years from now, or 10 years, 20 years from now, I still think it's the key. Like it's the root. I think it's emotional intelligence stuff that we don't really have it in textbook material or really in lecture class.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
at least not in like our standard education systems. You know, like for you to learn about emotional intelligence, you would have to look for it yourself. But it's not something that they would teach like, you know, in the schools in Honduras. It's not something they would even teach here in the US.
yeah, crazy too.
I
It's like if you learn, if you want to help someone, I believe, right? I speculate, right? If you want to help someone learn emotional intelligence, you actually have to, this is clear, but you have to be in relationship with him or her. It's kind of weird, but yeah, maybe it's right speculation. It's like, you know, you learn a lot from love, from brotherhood, right? So
mm,
if the professor, at least, I think brotherhood is less weird, much less weird. But it's kind of weird if a professor trying to act like a brother to you, your student, like, what's up, bro? And
oh my
what
god.
up, dog? Yeah.
Wait,
But
what do
he
you
was
think of
like,
that? What do you think of professors that do that?
yeah, yeah, you'll be amazed. You'll basically will be attracted by him or her. But
I mean, I don't know
you
about
have to
that.
you have to be flexible, man. You have to, like, you know, if you
I
say that
I would think he's
sometimes it's
like
okay.
not being professional.
But that's what I mean. If you're 90% professionalism and 10% is still defined as professionalism.
Okay, look, I actually have a client right now, and
Okay.
he's kind of old, right? And
Yeah.
today in particular, he was like, "Hey, bro," I'm like, "What?" For me, it's so weird, and it's also weird that he misspells a lot of things. Like, I don't understand how
Oh,
he's
okay.
like a business guy, but when he's talking to me, he misspells a bunch of things, and he calls me bro, like if I'm
Yeah.
his friend. Like, I don't think you gotta be professional.
Yeah. I think he's not emotional intelligent. Maybe he
I don't
intelligent in
know.
some
I don't
aspect.
know.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not emotionally intelligent, man. Yeah. Like me too, I still have to learn it. It's a lifelong journey, but I think I see growth and growth
You
to be confident to help others. That's a good.
you
When
know
you see
you
growth,
know
you
how
can verify it. Yeah,
I'm
very.
sorry. You know how Gary Vaynerchuk always swears? He says bad words. Like when he's giving a speech, Gary Vaynerchuk, he uses the word fuck a lot, right? And
Yeah, or I don't know him, or I think maybe not sure if this guy more popular, but Gordon Ramsay. Yeah, he swear a lot, man.
oh yeah, yeah, that's also another example. So people might think that's unprofessional, and he gets a lot of hate because a lot of people just got they are uncomfortable with bad words, and bad words have a role. Sometimes you just feel like saying fuck, and it just happens to be the word that expresses those feelings. You know, it's like how we were talking about before, that sometimes you need to listen to a sad song to be able to amplify those feelings, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes you need to swear to amplify those feelings and to
yeah. I
express
think
them.
square is acceptable because it's a more momentary reaction. It's a momentary emotion. It's a reaction. But for me, I see why it's crazy because I'm that guy. I having too many uh, momentary feeling. It's chained together like a react. I mean, chained together like a cause of action. Like if you fuck too much, if you say fuck, 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 like for 10 minutes. Yeah, I mean you're gonna be outrageous. You're gonna smash something.
That's such an interesting
You
example, dude.
yeah, you're
So
gonna feel like the whole world's again you. That basically me, man.
no, that makes so much sense. I
Yeah,
like that
when
example.
it's a good transition talking about fate because fate will give you that reaction, that 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 fuck moment of chanting. I mean chanting like like a bunch of functions chained together to give you like a multiplication. I mean not multiplication, like a composition, kind of. You got what I mean. Like, so
I
that whole
think
thing
I
chaining
mean
together, and then you're gonna feel 10 minutes of frustration, man. It's crazy because then you have to uh, let it out. I think one of the quote I said already in one of the few episodes from Kingpin. You have
hmm,
to basically, if the emotion, yeah, I don't quite even remember exactly the word that exactly the quote that I prepared for one of the last episode. It's like to show my bad memory, man. It's like basically I knew the last word is poison, right? So if you don't let them out, it will become poisonous. It will become poison, basically. So
do
you have to let that
yeah.
erase it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was
So,
actually listening to a very good talk by this guy named Pablo Sender, and he was really explaining the mind and why it is that when we repress an emotion, it's like stuck inside of us, and that is what becomes stress. You know, all emotion that we don't actually express like stays inside of us. It's like the chemicals don't go away. So we start accumulating stress.
yeah, man.
Another thing that you made me think about when you mentioned the saying fuck for 10
Yeah,
minutes is that
man.
if you smile, like even if you force yourself to smile, you're gonna feel happier. Even if it's a fake smile.
It's not gonna work on me, man.
No,
Simply,
but it does work. Our mind just works like that. It's like body language. Body language is a huge deciding factor about how we feel. If you sit or stand in a confident manner, you are gonna feel more confident. If you are always like slouching or you're just in a very like complacent pose, then you're gonna feel less confident.
That's a very great point because this transition me to think about another person. Yeah, I'm chewing like bubble right
Bro,
now in my mouth.
bro, I wish I had some of that.
Yeah,
It's so freaking hot. It must be like 90 degrees in my room right now.
yeah, man, definitely. When we meet up, we definitely have the cool episode where we can uh, doing the video recording with our own kind of stuff on the table. And yeah, there's a lot of podcasts doing like that. You know, have a cool big table. Yeah, the popular name. Yeah, I don't even remember because those guys are popular, but their name is just a little bit tricky to remember. Yeah, they have big table. They advise guys like uh, the guy from Shark Tank, the African guy, African American, sorry, and Tony Robbins. Yeah, so then they just have big table, good background, and just chill and talk. And then yeah, you can see body language as well. So that's
Yeah.
a good growth for us because then we'll be able to minimize mistake in our body language and grow a lot from already I say mistake, yeah, lot from
I want to
master of speech is all about body language. Yeah, I learned a lot from Tony Robbins, the guy who I don't know. It's maybe it's a very simple observation from a lot of people, but for me, being consistent in doing that is it show a lot of care, like a lot of subtlety. He had the microphone as like a kind of I don't know how to explain it well, but the microphone is not the handhold microphone. It's like someone it's an ear attached microphone. So it gives you a lot of confidence. It's basically give you a free lift. I mean, a free will or a freedom of explore yourself. Like you can check yourself. He's very big and tall, so
like you can move around with it.
Yeah, move around and you can interact with people. I can imagine he can like he can what is that like not body slam, but he can carry someone on his shoulder and do some crazy speech. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's one of the key. Yeah. Get back to the point. We would definitely do that. Yeah. Just because of Boba, man. Sorry. What is your point?
I don't know. I feel there. There's something special. Today's a special day, right? Do you know what the day is? Can you open Google.com right now?
Yes. Yeah.
So you know how Google always has something special going on, right?
Yeah.
In
Why? I
like
don't
with
know.
they always for their logo, for their name, every day they have a new piece of art.
Sorry, I don't see anything. I don't know, man. I don't know why I didn't see it.
You don't see it? Like if you go to Google.com and above the search bar.
I don't see. I can screenshot to you, man. Sorry. But tomorrow is Quidditch, Midsummer.
No, but we're talking about today. We're talking about today. Today is the Juneteenth.
June 19th. What is that?
So it has to do. I mean,
if it's personal, then it's my mom's birthday. That basically.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, how about we watch this video actually? I'll send you this quick video, which is the video that Google has on their homepage, right?
Yes, please, man.
So I'll send it to you so that you can watch it as well. And it has to do with in 1865, slavery ended on this day, on June
Wow.
19, and since that day, it has been remembered as a celebratory day for many things, you know.
Wow.
So let me get the YouTube link.
Pretty subtle, man.
Yeah, I mean, I saw other people post about it. I had never heard of this day. I bet a lot of people have never heard of it. All right, here it is.
All right, let me see.
All right, I'll play here, and then you can play it at the same time.
Yeah, I just clicked on it.
All right.
Have very nice graphic.
Mm. General Order Number 3. The slaves are free.
Sad that history just so bipolar. I mean, more like, majority and minority as been racially coloring people, a human being. It's white versus color. It's like crazy, man. Why exactly just one color of many hundreds color?
Okay, well, I get that, but in
Yeah, I'm
between.
still watching it. Okay, it's almost done.
Yeah, it's almost done.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, man.
So the thing is that racism between minorities is also huge. So yeah, one of the big fights is like white versus color. But
Yeah,
but
it's already
but
saying white supremacy when you say white versus color.
yeah, but like in between minorities, there's still racism. Like there's a bunch of brown people that hate black people. There's a bunch of black people that hate brown people.
Yeah.
Racism
Also
towards
in Asia.
Asians, towards Indians, towards
Yeah,
Hispanic people.
yeah, Asian as well. Like in Asia, I mean Asian country as well. Like people tend to feel like they're uh, color people, like black people. It's too exotic. It's like acting so weird. Like we're not shouting too much, but there could be, man. There could be subconscious, condescending texting is happening. It's happened a lot too. Like we not tend to be too aggressive, but we can be aggressive. And when we're aggressive, man, it's crazy because Asian people are knowing a lot of dangerous shit, man. A lot of fighting. Yeah.
In Spanish speaking countries in Latin America, we have this phrase that we always say, and it's we gotta better the race. So like when we're talking about someone like me looking for a girlfriend or a female looking for a boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
you're always gonna have an aunt or your parents that are gonna tell you, yeah, you gotta look for a light-skinned person so that you keep on bettering the race. Do you guys have anything like that?
Yeah. Sadly, we have. But it's good for us as like Asian is in terms of color, right? I I don't know how to explain it. It's just very hard to put into a descriptive statement, but I think you guys will get what I mean? Like Asian color tend like have the tendency or the good possibility. I mean, a good chance to get close to the light color, like I mean white color. I mean, yeah, I think my skin color is it's just pretty white considered. A lot of people say it too. So like I, there's not much need of a change for my case and most of other uh, Asian. And when we have that need, we basically fulfill ourselves. But simply put, colorism is a phrase I just learned, I think 2 days ago.
Mm.
I didn't even know that's a word. Yeah, colorism is uh, existing quite strong in Asian country.
Colorism.
We just tend to kind of having a bad taste toward people with dark skin.
So discrimination based on skin color.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Wait, but this is not the same thing as racism.
yes,
Yes, it is, or yes, it's not.
um, no, it's not. Yeah, sorry, it was just kind of my habit in English. Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When I agree on something, even though it's a negation statement, I would still say yes. Yeah, that
Yeah,
also,
yeah, that happens.
I think it's just grammatically doesn't make. I mean, grammatically correct, but sometimes
Wait, does that happen in
grammatically
Vietnamese?
doesn't make sense. Yet it's for support, right? So when I support that, I shouldn't say no. It's not. Yeah, whatever, man. It's just the game.
Yeah. No, that happens to me a lot of the time when I'm talking to people, and that happens in Spanish too.
Wow, it's happening in Spanish.
Yeah, and I
I don't
hate
think
it
it happened in my language.
I hate it when people don't clarify, because people should know that when they answer like that, it's vague, and that's the problem. It's vague, so
Yeah,
you gotta clarify.
yeah, kind of vague and kind of pushing affirmative, like short answer. Like when you enter interrogating, the more you're saying, the more you show like you don't have confidence. You don't have conviction. Conviction is a great word.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like
conviction. I like that word too.
basically, yeah, basically, I love that word because it's truly show the man, the manhood, basically,
The what?
the ability to be the man, like manhood,
Okay, but
manliness.
but but women can be convict. They can have a lot of conviction too. It's not really like a
Yes,
male thing.
yeah, but yeah, more likely, yeah. Women have conviction in a lot of great things. So I forgot to say, but when it comes to decision making,
No,
major
no.
decision,
But like that, why does that need to be a gender thing? Like that's sexism.
statistically, man, just statistically how it is.
I mean, no, but what context are we talking about? Because like, okay, so we can say maybe that women have more conviction when it comes to
To emotion.
emotions.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. I feel like
Well,
conviction is like a mental thing,
yeah,
you know.
exactly. It's mentality. Yeah.
So I feel like it shouldn't matter. This shouldn't be a sexist thing. It's something based
I don't need
on your
any
sex.
sexist, man. Yeah. Don't put me in that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say like I am the word we use in Spanish is machista,
Mm-hmm.
which is like let me see what it translates to. Like you
It's
like
a
if
very nice. It's a very nice word.
no
Machista.
no
It's
no
a
no, but it's
machistic.
not a nice. So machista, male chauvinist, but it means to be sexist. Like you think men are better than women, and the Hispanic there's a lot of that in Hispanic culture. There's like so much. and it is because our religion is
Hmm.
machista.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I don't know. I probably told you the other day, but one of the first things the Bible tells you is that the woman was made from the rib of the man. You know, that right there already sets so many problems, because how can we say both men and women were created equal when
You said.
when the Bible says that the woman was made from the rib of a man?
Yeah. I mean, I already just want to say kind of a simple argument, right? Kind of like I love women too. I mean, not just because of the gender tendency and stuff, like the interest, the sexual interest and stuff, but without woman or without you know a gender can reproduce, the world is basically going to be extinct. You need to reproduce to pass the um, Homo sapien,
I mean,
life
everything.
cycle.
The thing is that the world is an ecosystem where every entity in the ecosystem is essential. For everything to work, all the things need to be happening. The trees need to be producing oxygen. The birds need to be eating insects. The mammals need to be eating smaller birds.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because
I
because
just
there's a chain going on.
yeah.
There's a
I don't
cycle.
know. I don't really have that association as I usually do in this philosophical term like existentialism. I
Existentialism.
yeah, I don't even know how to really correctly pronounce that word, but for me, I take that word as just you do uh, you walk the walk. You just basically do whatever you say. Right? If you say something is approved, I mean, approve a concept. I mean, a concept, and you have to prove it. No matter what. You just say something about insects. You say a truth about insects. What did what does they do? What do they do? Sorry.
I mean, I was just saying. Okay,
The bird have to eat the insects, right? Okay. Yeah. Is that what you say?
no, I'm just talking about like yin and yang. Like, to have light, we need darkness. For something to be dry, we need to have the concept of water. You know,
Yeah.
like
All right.
polar opposites need to exist. For there to be good, there needs to be bad.
Wow.
So
That's
so
pretty deep.
and I say this because it's like, obviously women are part of the system, and I'm saying everything in the system is important,
Yeah.
because without if something is missing, then the system is gonna become unbalanced.
Hmm.
Like, in if you take away one animal from an ecosystem, let's say you take away like grasshoppers,
Yeah.
then the predator that usually eats grasshoppers is not gonna have enough food anymore. So those are gonna start dying, and then the mammals that used to feed from those also start dying because they don't have food and the chain has been broken.
Nice. Yeah.
That's like what yin and yang means, or at least that's what I have learned.
Wow. I need to check more of that kind of philosophical foundation. Yin and yang. It's very Asian, but I didn't really have a time to be interested in it. Yeah, there's so many cool mystical beliefs in Asian culture. That's why we have those monk and you know
Gurus.
Tai Chi and supernatural, and even the medicine, the what's that? The Asian Oriental medicine style is just already to you know not really properly scientific proof. Like
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not good. That doesn't mean it's
yeah,
not correct. That doesn't mean it's not. It doesn't work.
yeah. It just as long as it works, it has to be popular. Like it's worked on a lot of people. It's has benefits that's actually can be comparative over the Western medicine. Western medicine is just mostly pill and surgery, but Asian they don't need a lot of labor costs stuff. So competitiveness in terms of acquiring or paying for a service, buying a service. Sorry. Like you can cure yourself, or your mom and dad can cure yourself by just those equipment. Like I'm talking about cupping, if you know.
Yeah, I know cupping.
Yeah, stick the cup into it with some alcohol that can flammable, and just put the flame in the cup. Right as soon as the moment you put the flame in it, you just immediately squeeze into the part of mostly your back. Suck out to get that cup, suck out all of the. They say it like bad energy, bad bad flow in your body. Yeah, it sounds really cool. It sounds kind of funny, but it's work.
No, but
Yeah. And I do it a lot. I mean, I did it a lot.
wait,
Now
really?
today,
You've had that done to you?
yeah, I've done it before I came to America.
Oh
First
shit,
time,
that's so cool.
yeah, before I came to the whole American continent, right? So it's in 2014. So I've done it like I think quite often during high school and gap year.
Really?
And then yeah, because I got sick easily then because of the weather is pretty crazy in Vietnam. Like in terms of getting you cold, getting you feel some ache, like headache, not stomach ache, but like hand, neck, all those. And the cupping it just really help. And it's help when your body is in rest. Like you have those crazy, what is that? Crazy, crazy image at the end. Like, you have red skin, and basically you feel like you're being barbecued. I mean, you have to try it. Then you can see.
Oh, I would love to try it. I mean,
Yeah.
I like those
I
remedies.
think I can. Yeah, I think I can try it for you. Like, I can help. Actually, there's two ways: cupping through flame. I mean, through alcohol or inflammable stuff, or just buying the like the gag the full equipment.
Wait, so who would do it for you? Like, would you go to? Is there like a place you go to get that done?
Yeah, or you can do it. You can have someone else do it for you. That's crazy, right? Then
But like they gotta know how to do it, right?
Yeah, and it's pretty simple. Like I can know how to do it by doing the alternative option, not by using alcohol. Alcohol is flammable, right? Inflammatory, so it's crazy. But I'm talking about the alternative of having that cup and kind of the air pressure, air pressurizing things. Like you push you what is that? Squeeze out all of the pressure from the cup by having the handle. You take the force with your four finger hands. You know what I mean? You just pushing up. You know what I mean when we have that equipment, and then we can try out. This will be a little bit painful, but it's worth the pain.
What about acupuncture?
Yeah, acupuncture, it's crazy. I haven't tried. I think my mom, especially my maternal grandmom, try it like more than uh, more than just like to truly remember that she had it already.
So the thing is that when you talk about all these things, like you gotta start talking about like the chakras, right? And like the flow of energy inside
Yeah,
of your body. and
yeah,
and that's something the West doesn't believe in, right? They don't believe there's like ki. They don't believe there's energy. They don't believe in
yeah.
chi.
Yeah, I think if you be able to have that connection between technology and mystical, then boom, I think the Western will be truly convinced, and
I
sooner
think
or later they're gonna adopt it, man.
I think it's just a matter of time. I think science will get to a point where it actually can observe cupping and it can observe acupuncture and it can see why it works, why meditation works.
Yeah, it's a great way, man, to make someone become supernatural. But that will present fucking amount of challenge because it's like technology, right? It's on the paper. It's helped the human being advance so crazy that like you never imagine it 10 years ago. Like the 10 years of technological growth is so insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now with this Tenji and science, or most likely, I think it's technology connecting to mystical power. Man, it will give you a lot of great things. And if you abuse it, like someone with wrong mentality, they're using Tai Chi just to, I don't know, to rob or to do crazy shit.
I mean, what do you mean? How is someone gonna use Tai Chi to rob?
Like it's like the um, Marvel Doctor Strange movie. There's villain who know how to take, like the sorcerer know how to take bad energy. You know? I mean, or take the energy, the chi, the tai chi. I mean, the chi from other person. Then they're gonna keep doing it, because they greedy. They want to get more. Yeah, I mean, we just believe in basically very great way. There's so many connection. As soon as I feel like I deep into Marvel, so many connection to get a really cool picture. So go back to this. I say as a good old Spider-Man model, uh, higher like what is it? Higher power come with higher responsibility. The more power come, something like that. Yeah, maybe you know that phrase.
Mm, not really. All right, man. We've been talking for 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Yeah, with greater power come great
Oh
responsibility.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I've
with
heard
great
that one
power
before.
come great responsibility. Yeah, but you have to be more responsible, man. When um we were like U.S. fucking U.S. how the world is need a greater responsibility for uh, racial equality and racism. And the greater responsibility in gender equality. Luckily, in U.S. it's good, but still a lot of like LGBT gender is not fully supported in some country.
How a phone, how
And
technology makes us
education
more
too.
powerful.
Yeah,
You know,
we can end. Yeah, we can end around that topic. Like we will end after we finish this whole topic, this whole subtopic. Yeah.
all right. Let's try to make it like 6 more minutes so that we get to an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. basically, as soon as you satisfy with this subtopic, then we can call it off. Yeah. So back to the great power. With great power comes great responsibility.
So, so what I was bringing up is that technology gives us a lot of power, you know, because we have so much knowledge at the tip of our hands. So
Exactly.
so right away that means that we have a bunch of responsibility. It's funny. So today I told you I was like on Twitch, right? And my dad ended up like talking to someone that commented because there was this guy from Spain that said, "What is Paraguay?" You know? And my dad
Okay.
was shocked. He's like, "How can he not know that country?"
Yeah.
And then my dad started talking about how the things that someone someone with so much information, someone that has the internet, you know, they cannot excuse themselves from not knowing stuff like that. Like how can you not know like a lot of the countries? Because it's like a responsibility as a human being to inform yourself at least with as much as you can because you have the power to just look up this information.
Hmm.
I feel like that's
That's
something
okay.
that people have to realize, right?
Yeah.
That we shouldn't just spend our time and all this technology just swiping through Facebook looking at all these memes. We should be educating ourselves about our past and seeing how
Yeah.
we can contribute. How can we make this better? How can we stop
Not
being
surprising.
racist?
Yeah.
You gotta find
Just
solutions.
self-reflection. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the whole point of self-reflection. It's a key. I think we master it. We, two of us, so we can basically stretch this crazy keyword to a lot of people mind, and actually it's going to help them become a much better person and just basically a better contributor of the world. Yeah, I just underestimate reflection, and a lot of people self-reflection. Yeah, so now you see why it's key. It's just on the paper. It's give you that already. The ability to the ability is a very simplistic way of putting it. Like you, if you go into detail, you see many ability and many kind of not really defined ability. Okay, so back to that is the ability to um, overcome your fear of the past and
Mm.
learn from it. Like a lot of people just don't want to look at it, so that's why there's no reflection. That's it. I think that's the key of mentality, because they would just say, "Oh, time to move on." Yes, and we also agree on to move on. Move on is a very civilized mentality, but cannot move on without, you know, with
Without letting
feeling
go.
satisfying. Yeah, go ahead. Without feeling satisfied of the past, of reflecting on.
Well, the thing is that some people never they don't want to think about that. You know, they're afraid. They don't want to confront their fears. Or maybe
Yeah,
some people don't even think it is important to stop and think.
I can make a case for fear because they've been pushed, by they being tied it with some whatever kind of agreement, right? Agreement here, I mean, it's go over just paper, just verbal, just like if you have the fear of bullies because you have that psychological agreement of accepting, okay, that guy is bullying me. I don't want to mess with him, even though it's a past.
Mm.
You have to overcome it because it's a past, and people, no matter what it is, they have that shade of of growth or change. Yeah, just say change because some people don't actually grow. Right, the bullying people is have a tendency of stay the same or getting worse. Yeah, that is the message for those people. I think I inspire a lot of people who wanna overcome bullying because I don't think those people who bullying or done bad things in the past they have a tendency for growth. More likely it's like a stability or a negative growth. Like it just go down. That's what they deserve, man.
But
I
the
think
thing
it's
is that
pretty beautiful expression. Yeah.
people have to be taught. Like self reflection is a tool to learn about yourself and about the world. We need to
Yeah.
teach. This is something public education should teach more, which it's like
Many things.
meditation. We go back to that as to why meditation should be taught in schools.
I know what it is. It's just boring, man. The key is the whole thing is the excitement of doing it. They have to make meditation as something truly exciting, so that people can, like even me, right now, let alone kids, right? Kids psychologically, they only want to do things they enjoy. For me, we have that suppression because we are much more knowledgeable and
No,
we
I
can
get
do
that. Look,
more.
I have I've been thinking about, like, I think about like my nephew and niece. They're young. They're like, let's say like a 10-year-old kid. How do I make meditation interesting for him? How is he gonna care about that? So what I start thinking about is that you gotta tie it with something the kid is excited about. For example, my nephew likes to play Fortnite,
Yeah.
and I know that in the inside he wants to be better. Like I
Yeah.
see him when I've seen him play, and obviously
We still playing games.
he gets
Yeah.
frustrated if he keeps losing, and he changes games.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure that he wants to be better. So for
Yeah, it's happened
example,
to me.
one idea for like how to teach meditation would be, what if I told you that if you meditated, you'd be better at Fortnite? Maybe then he's gonna be like, wait, what? Really? How? You're telling me if I sit still and quiet, I'm gonna be able to play better?
Yeah, but the key I already see these two very, uh, I think, important kind of milestone in reaching to that final objective. Kind of like one thing is like a, kind of like a variable that can um, help you solve that whole process faster or reaching to a better solution. So that variable I'm talking is the recursion mindset. Like, in order to make things interesting, you have to recur yourself. You have to do that hardest work ever, and you feel like you sacrifice so much for someone else's life that is just too over necessary. Too over necessary. But yeah, if you want to become such that legend, you have to sacrifice. Keep recursing, like how do I make this more interesting? And now it's still not interesting. You have to go deep to another level, recurse to that, and keep recursing, and until I think reaching to the base case or whatever we learn. I think it's very interesting. I didn't really have the full comprehensive thought about this, but as soon as I said it, I was amazed how how it's how it basically makes sense.
Yeah, now like when you like
It
realizing,
probably makes sense.
as you
Yeah,
say it,
because
you're like learning as you talk.
yeah, its base case is so simplistic, right? When we learn about recursion in programming or pretty much in math as well, look at base case. It's like, oh, it's bullshit, man. It's too obvious. It's like zero equals zero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will
but
block
it's a super
everything that. Yeah,
important part.
yeah, yeah. Super important, man. Yeah. But I think the key is the recursion. Right? It's, that tendency. Yeah, I think that's a great word. You have to keep going, man. And it's hard. It's easy to say like this. When you do that, you have to become a different person. Man. But the person is basically stick to your word. Yeah, it's easy to say. And the second thing, I think I just, yeah, no, if I can recall it. Yeah, I don't think I can recall it. Just spending too much thought on recursion.
All
I
right,
don't know.
man. Maybe we can leave
Yeah,
that for the next podcast then.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a bad. It may be a little bit regret. It's okay. It will happen.
We'll
Like,
come back. We'll talk about it later on.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I was, I feel a little bit regret. I'm
Oh my god.
afraid it may be a few years later I will recall it, man.
Oh wow. I mean, I feel like you're gonna recall it later, like an hour from now, and then you're gonna text
Yeah,
me
no,
and be like, "Oh,
no, no,
this it is."
no. I don't think, man. I don't think so.
Damn, you
I
really
have too
lost it,
many.
huh?
I have too many things that I would love to be worried about. Yeah, yeah.
You would love to
When I
worry
say,
about?
yeah, when I say that word, it's truly say about my genuineness, man.
Wait, what do you mean you would love to worry about?
And
You you want to worry about things.
yeah, the key word is love, man. Like it's something that's just make me feel that I want to check and make me feel what's going
No,
on.
no, I'm sorry, but I heard you say you love to worry. Is that right?
Yeah, I love to be worried
Why do you love to be worried? Why would you love that?
because I want to know what exactly going on.
But worry is like
And
stressful.
yeah, okay. So when you say about stress, I just didn't really want to bring it to another level. Stretch. I mean, sorry, not stretch. Stretch. Right. It can be good if it's for good matters. Right? If you truly care about family, someone, just say it, as a
Well,
romantic someone, right? Then it's a good cause because it's you worry so yeah,
but what if, because this is actually a big
worry for
argument.
something. Yeah, sorry.
There's a big argument I always have with I've always had this with my parents, that they always worry too much and it's not good for them. Like literally, it's not good for their heart.
Yeah, it's a balance.
But like they worry for things that they should not worry about because they wouldn't happen. It's like you know PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. It's like worrying and feel in or being or trauma that shouldn't
Mhm.
be there anymore because you are no
Yeah,
longer there. The trauma, the reason for the trauma is not there. So why are you feeling the trauma? Why are you feeling worried about something that you shouldn't be feeling worried about? It's a waste of emotion.
exactly. Yeah, I didn't have that energy right now left, like to kind of fired up my brain to give some rationale about it. But definitely, there's a lot of explanation about that PTSD.
Yeah, no, that we should make a whole podcast on that. We can talk at the
Yeah,
next podcast can be about that.
yeah, and maybe a little bit of to make the case of why I haven't really be able to explaining it is because I just recall this like it's not from 15 minutes 10 minutes ago, it's like around this minute. I think there are two things we can simplify to make everything, not just the words, just every single thing. It even go beyond cosmic, like many planet or shit, whatever shit, even sex as well, anything, like literally anything is reflection and balance. It's a key. There's always these two things, like you do reflection, you can have a tendency to trust something too much. But sometimes you will be mistrusted, like deceived. And I swear, man, like I put so much stress into trust into some certain thing, and some certain thing can be people, man, like crazy.
Hmm.
Reflecting on that is maybe you have to get a little bit, and they would say like, okay, be chill, take it easy, get back to yourself and keep doing what you believe in, right? I mean, it sounds good, it's correct, it's totally correct, but it's not easy like that, especially maybe for a person like me who I don't know, maybe the fate, talking about the fate again. Just give me some bullshit. I mean, not bullshit, but like, you know what, perfect trust. I'm lucky to trust you. Like, you know, you'll be able to be in the journey with me. So we have to keep basically telling this
And
to not,
people should have
yeah,
more trust in general.
yeah, to not let you hold off to that rope. Like, I give you the rope, you hold on it, and I have to keep pulling you because I'm afraid you gotta just let it go.
Hello.
Man,
Alright,
because
dude.
that's metamorphosis is from the host of that Vietnamese TV show that he has made. Sorry.
No. I just said I was just reacting that you
Yeah,
connected
yeah,
it with
it's
the
a very
Vietnamese
great
show. I didn't expect
metamorphosis.
that.
Yeah, metaphor. Yeah, basically. Sorry, it's a great metaphor because when he used it in context of a love, a true love, and now I use here. I make no mistake. I'm not thinking too much about love, but in this case, it's for us. It's good. But for him, when he think about love, is the woman or sometimes is the guy, but most likely it's woman because the woman, man, I don't know what's wrong with a lot of guys who like to, get that temptation, cross over the line of loving another person, third person, fourth person, whatever. And this MC or host, his name is Tang. Yeah, Tang is with Vietnamese accent. He just give that metaphor, man. He basically say the woman will truly become. I mean, the woman will have that true love characteristic that the man cannot cross the line or whatever, right? You know what I mean? By not taking the rope too much, like not pulling on, pulling inward the rope too much, but actually you have to have some moment, the ability to let it go, to loosen it, to let that particular other side, and in this case, I'm saying the man, to have the ability, and I just add my extra point here, it's the reflection. He didn't say about reflection, but I say it. Yeah, so you have to, the guy in this case, have to have the ability to reflect on it and, pull her back. It's you see how beautiful it is, right? That metaphor is very great, man.
I see it. It's like, another one that came to mind
It's
is
like
the
you know how
trustful.
to push and pull. I learned it from you like many years ago. You say it like
Wait,
push,
really?
pull. Yeah, it's basically that simple mechanism. Push and pull. Yeah,
That's interesting.
yeah, very interesting. I don't know, those guys had that very good sense of emotional intelligence. Give that in a very simple metaphor. Yeah. So to explain push and pull, just give that metaphor of someone pulling the rope. I mean, the couple or the brother or whatever, the, the identity and the entity of two individuals or two things. just giving the rope together, and you have to basically prolong it as long as possible. Yeah, because if they keep pulling together, then the rope gonna fuck and gonna cut, gonna
It's gonna break.
break so much. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end it there. I hope some audience whoever in the need of whatever matters of love, they listen to this. They can basically learn a lot from reflection. Man. Yeah. And I don't mean to say it's mine. It's just a lot of other people credit, and you'll be able to act on and learn. Yeah, I mean I learned from push and pull for you, so give you a credit too.
I don't remember talking to you about it, but I'm sure I would have talked about it.
uh, you're just like a guy like me, man. Girls like, girls remember stuff very well, or like women with, high emotional intelligence. Just, I don't know what kind of mechanism in their head. They have the ability to remember stuff like a fucking dictionary, man. Give me a key, boom, it's done. Give you the value, give you out. Well, for us, it's like a linguist. You have to go through that whole like array of linguists, man. Yeah, like you can access to the pointer very easy by index, but
All
to
right.
get to the whole value, you have to trace. Oh my.
We all right. We gotta. I get you. We gotta leave that for another podcast where we talk about
Yeah.
more
All right,
programming and mental programming, understanding our mind
but
through
it's just like
programming concepts.
it's just a metaphor, man.
No, it's not
If
a
we
metaphor.
write it into
That's how
textbook,
it is. That's how neurons work inside of our head. It's like
Yeah.
a neural network.
yeah, I think if we can write it into books, I would love, man. I would love to. Then it will be a great platform to do it. But if we write it at like a textbook, like if we put array of linguists in a psychology, people would like, what the fuck is this?
No, no,
Get-
no, 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 no. I think about this a lot.
Yeah,
Actually, like I think about this a lot, and they're connected. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it could have happened both ways. Either by studying the mind, we learned about neural networks, or we just came up with neural networks as like a representation of the mind.
yeah.
But-
I can give you the contact, man.
But either way,
Yeah.
it makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah,
Thoughts work like that. Thoughts work like a linked list, but it's a neural network, so you can jump from random place to random places.
it's not random, man. It's just linear. It's just linear time. It's crazy.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, no, but like in your brain, it's a network.
Yeah.
It's not a linked list, so you can jump from random place to random places. All right, man, we gotta end it. This is like a whole different topic.
Yeah.
You wanna say bye?
Yeah. Peace out, guys. Thank you for listening, and it's a great episode again. I think I really like this episode. We kind of have a natural, like we grow in having this natural conversation. It's good.
Yeah, I think, like, to be honest, I'm like kind of tired, so I feel like it was more of a chill conversation.
Yeah.
But body was good. We kept it. We always had something to talk about, and
Yeah.
we talked about important things.
Yeah. Most importantly, it's new things. So we
That
don't.
too.
Yeah. We new episode. We keep it as original as possible. So I think now I just stopped the recording. Now we just need to worry about the other stuff, like
All right.
technical and the marketing, man. Like if we're just recording and we're not getting to the audience, then man, it's like I think I have a rationale, a truly great rationale why we need to sell. It's basically kind of helping people. If we truly know we can help people, we have to show our help.
Bro, I already told you what we gotta do. But for
Yeah.
now, this is
Yeah,
it, man.
hopefully next week, man, or like few days later.
Well, I
I'm
mean, you
just
should
need
have
to find
started
some
posting
time.
already.